Alright.
Science will reveal the truth.
There's someone out there that needs to be blown up.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Alright, so we got a Laura.
I live for a good fight.
Dude, you guys are doing your normal setup on here.
Locked by the dragon.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Get behind me.
1. Attackers incoming. Is my will. Defend objective A.
Hurry up about it. Injured again.
You let them take a point, whole tick before you even drop down. You guys could have dropped way back here. Once they went on point, you guys could have came down on the left side. Now you drop on two sides, you split, and they just focus half of them and then rotate. We get to the next spot. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Get behind me.
1. Attackers incoming. Is my will. Defend objective A.
Hurry up about it.
So you guys are doing good. Doing the normal spam. At this point right here, when it has 4 players, instead of half and you guys rotate here, half of you guys go this way, away from point, and then they're going to try to flank this way. The whole team was right here, your whole team, all 6 of you. Jump straight down onto point with all 6 of you, all at once. You'll be able to split them and fight since you know there's only 4 on point. You 6 could have just dropped down and focused people on point and taken it instead of splitting. Now it's 2, like 3 on this side, 3 over here. They just focus they focus this way first. They focus this way first on these people who drop from this side, and then they just rotate and kill you guys over here. So, let me hit play, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Again.
So you guys rotate this way. Yeah, you get a pick, you get 2 picks there. Oh, so you come this way. Split half and half. And then you guys get demolished because you guys split. Half and they just collapse on you. And that's how they got that one instantly. So for that, you needed to be more organized and more committed initially. So you should have commit to the fight instantly on the left side and jump down and won there instead of splitting their voices up.
Stop the payload.
Come out and face me.
So you got the hack there. That should not have happened. John should have been able to destroy that Lucio. As a good junk rack, 2 mines could have easily handled that. And now your fight is lost already. So it's a 5v6. And then, John, you mined and you killed yourself. You hit the ceiling. You should have waited a little longer than hit it. Why even take the risk? They're way back here, not even close to this point yet. Right now, you're just delaying. You staggered yourself even longer. That didn't matter right there. You could have just taken that the few extra seconds and walked around and then fine. If you knew you were gonna mess it up, because that's a hard thing to do.
Repairing the damage.
The heck, nothing you could do about that. And then everyone gets wiped, and then
Perhaps a new
John
methodology is required.
is going to try to contest. He gets killed 'cause he's all by himself. There, John, you should have backed out way sooner once you realized your whole team was dead, instead of trying to get some damage. Give them the point at this point. Back up and fight back here more, where the Moira is. Wait for your team, otherwise you're just giving them a free kill and staggering even more. And you could have fought if you had your whole team if you just gave them up.
Your setback is only
It's been bad.
The payload has reached your objective.
That Sombra, no one's calling out and not dealing with it, so she just keeps coming in your back line. Getting off the back line.
Surrender to my will.
Big boot.
assistance would be appreciated.
Just why not? Organization.
Boosters engaged.
I'm under attack.
وريهم قوتك apagando las luces.
Tranquility.
And comes in. Everyone gets wiped out. So. Instead of doing this, because no one's on point, John, move up there, get stall out longer, die, and then do that. Instead of here, you didn't give a chance. Either way, it was lost. But and then back here is just a whole Sombra. You let the Sombra get behind you and just pick your back line off. And then when you did realize she was an issue, you would rotate to deal with her, but your whole team would rotate, leaving the front wide open for you guys to come, the enemy come in and fight you all around.
Complete.
نام.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. In 30 seconds.
Yeah. So we are on attack. Looks like we're gonna run goats. We know we're running goats. Oops.
3, 2,
Ah,
1. Attack.
let's see how this goes.
Capture objective A.
They have an ad. And that your Zarya's all by herself. Ruben was by herself because your Ryan's way back here. Zarya's way over here with a diva. Your Reinhardt's here. Your Reinhardt should be over there with your team. Same with this Lucio. The whole team should be in the same spot, or this team here should not be out here in the open. It should be back here behind the Reinhardt. You guys are too far out, especially Harry here. Ruben, you went so far out over here, and they could if they were more focused, they could have all focus fired you and killed you. And then you were able to back up, but they had a chance of you. If they had a Roadhog, they could have hooked you and brought you right back in and killed you. Now your team is but you guys went up a little soon. So strong. And then your bridge get down. It's a lost fight. Wait, here's a lost fight at this point. You should be backed up where Harry is. Harry will be backed out. And they have to fire up. You guys should not be on ghosts anymore. As soon as you guys realize they have a fire, do not run goats. If they have a fire, no goats. I should probably be using my tablet. I'll do it next time. But anyways, they have, if you have a fire with an Ashe, let's try both characters who high damage, burst both of them, burst you guys down before your healing can come in. B, she gets her ult fast since you guys are sticking together. She can kill you because you guys are sticking close together. They, together with the mercy that they have, are just going to wreck you instantly. So when you see that, recognize that, switch to a different comp that can deal with the pharmacy and the Ashe. So personally, I would go dive there, go D.Va with the Winston, counter it with I own pharmacy and fight it that way. To counter their comp with the dive into a dive with Pharah and I would say a Genji, and then fight that, or even a Tracer. I would actually say a Tracer probably actually more than a Genji. Do a Tracer, dive in, or stay with the Lucio, but switch everything else over and dive in and see if you can do that way instead of just running in with goats. They have a pharmacy. They have the Pharah and the Ashe, which counters goats, and there's nothing you can do about that. The reason why that worked here is Harry here is really good at, and Fire here was flying too low. So that's the reason why. You notice here who did all of it. Who was either killing them or assisting them. Zarya. When you rewatch that. He comes in here. He gets those 2 kills. Harry literally carried that fight here. Harry literally won that fight for you. And now you're pushing forward, which is what you should do. But back there again, like I was saying, Harry was able to carry it. Ruben was able to carry the whole fight there. But when we become more coordinated, that's not going to happen. You're going to be playing against better teams. They would not have allowed Harry to literally go in there almost by himself and kill everything.
Behind you!
This is exactly what you want to do. You're making space for the kite.
Escort the payload.
Keeping the pressure up on them. The D.Va still by the issue was here. I don't know if Ryan was using his defense matrix when he was fighting this, and if he had any micro missiles. Because if he did, D.Va should have been able to win that fight then. And she was by herself while everyone was inside here dealing with this mess, which took too long to handle. He made her waste her Valkyrie, so that's good. then Hanzo killed your Nora. Yeah, you guys need to game trapped, so you gotta have to back out. Due to this high aggression, you guys became trapped all by yourself because the rest of your team was outside, fighting outside, dealing with other stuff, and they didn't win. So they did not push up to you. They couldn't handle outside, so you two got stuck and had to come back, which is fine. Luckily, they didn't chase you. If they chased you from either side, they could have killed you, and that would have been a bad stagger.
Oh, let's break it! Damn!
John, why are you not on the high ground behind you? The high ground behind you, or here with your Hammond sniping? Right here, this is not the best position for Hanzo. You could be placed more aggressively to help yourself and get better line of sights. The D.Va, no healing in the D.Va. D.Va got D-Max. The Hanzo got there. No one came up to save him. And then Magnus had to go up there.
My will. Rain from above.
Time to raise my APM.
And then they won the fight. So we all split up and then fight as a team.
Activated.
We'll wait for all team to regroup, which is the right thing to do. Behind you. Dragon comes in. That follows him and down on John. John should have been able to. That was a good dragon strike. Unlucky that nothing came out of it. But since you got downed, you couldn't do the Hanzo v Hanzo. The flank really didn't pay off. If you didn't want to do that, you should need to be able to pay off and kill the other one. Now you're being seen low ground. Good hammer there, but it was a waste because there was no follow-up. You hammer 3 of them, but your team, there's 2 here, and you know John just died before that, so there's 3 of you guys left. And it's only you and your 2 healers left. All your damage output, or you and another, not all, just most of your damage output is dead. So they're not gonna be enough damage output on these guys from you and your healers and the one other DPS to kill any of them. So as you saw, nothing happened. You just wasted an ult.
I'm on the payload and
You switched off gold, which is good.
Let's get you healed up.
But you should be really switched off that Zarya by now. At this point, I understand Ruben, you stayed on her because you had the ultimate, but we needed you to go, at this point you should be going something to counter that fire. That fire is eating you alive, really. That's all is what eating you alive. If you went, yes, we have a Honda that can deal with it, but not as good. If you went a McCree here, or a another Pharah would work as well, or Widowmaker, even a Widow, anything that could counter the Pharah better would be more helpful to the team than just charging and dying, because every time you charge in, the Pharah picks off 2 people before the fight even starts, so you don't want to use this because you don't get the good usage out of it. So you just keep holding on to it, and you're just going to keep charging in and not get nothing off of it. When you switch, you could actually kill the Pharah and then move in and be fine and win the fight. D.Va's up here by herself. and you guys know there's two of them up here because he was calling it out. He has to be. So why didn't your Hanzo go up there, help them win that fight? Your Hanzo could have helped the D.Va there while the D.Va was defense making, and then do burst damage. Your Hanzo could have went up there and killed them. Instead, D.Va just fed here. Since D.Va was up here by herself, yes, Magnus is up there, but Magnus is not going to be able to do that much that enough to these guys that D.Va here was just feeding, and then fed the two alts that been just shredding you. And then over here, Hanzo gets killed by the other Hanzo. Oh, Hanzo. So I think we're backing up finally. We're regrouping. We're switching finally. We finally switched to what I said we should have switched to. Partly a long time ago. I said we should have switched to a Pharah Hanzo a long time ago, and a Winston with this comp. Yes, the Moira is not as good now. The Moira should probably switch over to a Mercy or an Ana. Really an Ana. But to help enable the dive tanks because she makes the space. She grenades people that your team can dive onto them. Because they know they can't be healing. Your Winston can dive on them and do the damage at that point. But you guys took way too long to actually switch off of defensive goats or a variation of this where you just use Reinhardt, the IZB, Rein, Zarya, Hanzo, comp. You waited too long on that. You guys should have switched off sooner to deal with this Pharah and Hanzo on that they were having. That is those two things that are just shredding you. You need this win. Yes, the Winston is going to get shredded by the Hanzo, but if you can get in there before he hits you, you can win that. And if you have the D.Va coming in with you, you two can dive in, kill that. If you have the Hanzo with you too, you three can dive onto one character, and that character is going to die before anything hits them. So you guys should have switched to this sooner. And you should be off of that Zarya. That Zarya should not be there anymore. You're not going to get them. Yes, it's fine. But we have 3 tanks. And we not have enough damage output to counter them at the moment. They have the hot. You need something to deal with the first damage that we can bring around. Come in here. Off of this grab that he did, and that you got 2 of them down. Yes, you got the 2 important people down. Down here, you got the Ana down because your Winston jumped onto her and lowered his damage enough that you could just finish him off here. You got the revive, which is unlucky. You guys should have saved that boop here that Magnus used here. Magnus used this boop on the Hanzo to get rid of the Hanzo, but he could have used that boop on the Mercy here to boop her away so she couldn't get the res on the Pharah. Because McCree, if he was that low to go down to a boop, which is I forget how much damage it does, but it's low enough that you didn't actually need to use that boop. Someone else could have finished, and you could have stopped the res, and you guys could have had the man advantage. You're still up 4-6 right now, so you still, in theory, should win the fight. You have more advantage. You have the advantage in manpower, therefore you will win the fight either way. But if you stay cornered enough, but still, you could have done that, and it would have been nicer. Then you come in with a nice dive here, and you finish off the remaining 3. Now it's just the power. You're able to finish off because you came in with this new thing. If you stuck with that Reinhardt here, you would not have been able to do that as easily because that Reinhardt would have just been killed in the beginning of the fight there.
Marked by the dragon.
See with them. Dive, you took out the Mercy. This fight here is won already. You guys won this fight already. Now it's a 5v6, and they down 1 healer. That Hanzo should have been killed. Your D.Va didn't come in fast enough to help you. and then Anime didn't do the alternating punches. Keegan, you didn't do the, punch, zap, punch, zap, punch, and you could have probably taken that Hanzo down more or quick. There's been a higher chance of you taking him down. You even had John up there, so that Hanzo should not have been escaped either. You should have taken those two down, and it should have been 4-6 there.
60 seconds.
Instead, their Hanzo comes back up. So when you drop Winston up here, oh, he jumped down. Yeah, killed from here. I thought he would died up here. So since Diva's up here still by herself, she knows her two other characters, her dive tank is leaving her, and she also knows that Hanzo jumped down. Why is she still up here? You should not be here anymore. You should be down here protecting your Hanzo while your Winston gets healed up with Ruben here, so you guys can push as a two-man team and a three-man team when the Hanzo will be up still, because you could have protected that shot. Or back here with your tank and everyone retreating back with your main tank, not the split crap here, which is why.
Right. So do a nice diva bomb there, but then get killed, which go right with res. Were you even focusing firing back there during that fight? Just got the Reinhardt done. You should be able to push into this. You have the man advantage. You're not even focus firing. The team is hitting all these people, but it's just hitting random people there. Hey, you're Winston. First off, I mean Winston was asleep. First off, shot him. Second off, right here, you could have, when the Winston was sleeping here, you guys could have focus fired this way onto the Zarya and over here. Yes, but you guys could have killed a couple people and then rotated back, finishing these guys off. Instead, you guys split off and you didn't do enough damage, therefore they were able to kill your Winston. Magnus traded his life for the Zarya. And the fight's over. Because you only have 3 people left. And then you just get overrun. So you come in here, focus that, everyone, you're back on. So before this happened, while your Winston should have died the back line with a diva to get out the back line. And plus they have a Reaper now, so you should just be switching off the Winston back to the Reinhardt, because at this point they have a Reaper which is countering your Winston, so your Winston can't dive in the back line. And it's not that much, so if you went over to Reinhardt with this here, you could go back to that comp that you had, since Harry here never switched off of Zarya. He has all. You should be switching off of this Winston into a Reinhardt at this point. You guys count just so. You guys lost that fight there. Back out, but instead you and John stays in. John and Medi stays in, which could potentially feed. Just back out. Hide. Don't take this. They could... Okay. Now the switch comes in. Yes, it wasn't that bad. It could have just been a little sooner. Alright, push. Boom, you guys should win this right there. As soon as you heard it, the coalescence came out first, which is bad. It should have been grab, then coalescence. So that the grab could have hit first, grab everyone, and then the coalescence. But still, that was a nice combo there. Off of this, you should be now go block them. Well, that's another strategy from Magnus, and you can hide in there and come out. Yeah, hammer down. The farther they came far enough off of that Reaper, and now they're going to stop you. That would just, yeah. They just had nice recovery there. You guys couldn't finish it off. You didn't have any ult. You had ult. You had nothing really to counter them when they came out of that after that. And we lost that first one. But overall it was good.